Hey guys, it's 7/19, July 19th, and I want to cover Pylon Protocol's recently updated Medium article where they talk about the incentives and the rewards of staking. If you're watching this video in the next couple days or today, there's an important event in Pylon coming up on the 26th of July, 2021, and that's when the pre-sale for Pylon tokens, 200 million tokens, is going to be released. And that's effectively going to almost double the supply of mine. Not quite double it, but almost double it. So there's been a lot of FUD about, well, the price is going to tank. And to compound it, like a lot of other Terra protocols like Anchor and Mirror, they're seeing their token prices just take a nosedive lately. And people are starting to wonder, like, what's the value of holding these tokens when they could just sell all of these tokens for Luna and, like, buy the best asset in the space. So it's amazing that Woojin, who's the co-founder of Pylon, that everyone's taken in this feedback. Woojin promised some release on the 19th today, talking about what the benefits of mine staking are. And here, as promised, he released it. So I'm going to cover what some of the basics are. If you're unfamiliar with mine, it's the token that's associated with Pylon. Pylon is a lossless investing platform where you deposit money and get to spend your yields. And there's various ways that they'll be spending yields. But the first use case that they've come out with is investing in new projects. And you can invest in projects through gateway.pylon.money. Right now, this is where the pre-sale occurred. So there's two ways. There's something called Pylon swap, which is you take your UST and you swap it for the token, in this case mine. And the other way is you take your UST and you put it into a pool, and then that pool, that money in that pool generates a yield of 20% a year, and that 20% a year goes to the project instead of to you. But in return, you get tokens many times the size of 20%. So in these pools, 150%, 127%, 73%. So there's various ways of doing this. But you can do all of this without the mine token. So what the things you can actually do with the mine token is if you go to app.pylon.money, you can stake your mine, and you earn like an APY, APR, whatever it is, based on the buyback mechanism of mine. So, that hasn't launched yet. They're going to start releasing the actual buyback dividend on the 26th of July. Or you can provide liquidity, which I'm doing a little bit of that with my airdrop. I've earned 20 mine so far in about 2 weeks. But the question is, this is not enough. Like, just this alone is not enough to sustain the price of a token that's potentially has less use case and is weaker than its like main ecosystem token of Luna. So here are the perks that they are giving to mine stakers. They talk about the Pylon swap, which is this thing here, where you trade your UST and you get mine at the pre-VC fund rates. Then they're going to talk about the pools. Those are the incentives associated with these 1, 2, 3 pools. And then what else do they talk about? Then they talk about future projects that are going to launch using these features, what kind of incentives you can get for those. So covering Pylon swaps first. All upcoming Pylon swaps, you'll get an early priority queue for mine stakers and liquidity providers. So if you're staking mine here, or you're providing liquidity here, then you are going to get preferential access to this feature for upcoming future launches that are using Pylon for their launch. Now this is actually massive because this is usually the best possible deal in the space. This is where you get like the cheapest pre-sale tokens. The downside is like the tokens are usually locked up for like 30 days or more. But the benefit is you get the earliest price, and usually when these tokens actually do end up launching, they launch for a lot higher prices. Like, people have the opportunity to buy mine for a penny, and right now it's almost at 7 cents. That's 7x. So this is huge. The last time this mine sale happened, it only lasted for 40 minutes, and it happened at like 3 a.m. or something crazy like that. But now to have priority access as a mine staker, if you're excited about a project and you really don't want to miss out on it, chances are you may want to buy up some Pylon and stake it so you can get early access. That's pretty cool. For Pylon pools, all Pylon pools will dedicate 20% of the accrued yields for mine token buyback. So what that means is here you can see in pool 1 there's $4 million invested. And this $4 million, it earns 20% a year in interest. That 20% a year in interest goes towards the project. So the project team gets that. However, of that 20% of that 20% does not go to the project. It goes towards doing market buys of the mine token and distributing it to stakers. So as there's more projects launching, what I'm not clear about is if this just counts for these three, or if all future mine pools and other projects that launch with pools, if they're going to do the 20% buyback thing too. I'm not sure about that. But either way, we're talking like hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of buyback. So that's pretty huge. I could see that having double-digit returns on your APR for staking. Double digits is pretty amazing. So the yields accrued from the 10 million USD deposited as of today will power the initial buyback that happens on the 26th. So right now there's $10 million deposited in pools. That $10 million hasn't been earning 20% interest, right? So that's $10 million over the course of a year. That's going to earn $2 million in interest. I think that's what is that? That's $160,000 a month, and this $160,000 may go towards purchasing Pylon off the market on the 26th. So tokens are going to unlock. There's going to be a lot of selling pressure. To counteract that selling pressure, the Pylon team is going to start buying up these for the borrow back and then distributing those tokens back to stakers. So it's going from weak hands to strong hands. Very nice. Very nice. All right, cool. What else we got? This is these buybacks on a project-by-project basis. Additional benefits for mine stakers may include early access queues, higher maximum deposit allocations, higher rates of project token distribution per mine staked, exclusive participation in mine staking pools, or project token airdrops. Then they double-clicked on the mine staking pools part. They basically said, if you stake mine in the web app, you're going to have access to stake that additional mine into project token pools. So like instead of staking UST, you stake mine, and then you earn like the tokens as reward for staking mine. That's pretty cool. That's a solid reason to keep holding this stuff for sure. Upcoming projects, they said 2 projects are launching on Gateway this month, July. I mean, there's like 11 more days in July, so it's all coming pretty fast. And there's going to be a ton more projects happening by the end of the year. So all of them will be integrating at least one or more of these perks. So what else do we have? We have perks for mine stakers on Pylon-based platforms. Pylon is much more than a fair project launchpad. It intends to be the DeFi standard for yield redirection and sustainable payments via cash flow. All yield generation platforms on Pylon will be implementing mine buybacks for mine stakers. All yield generating platforms on Pylon will do the mine buybacks, committing at least 10% of the yield to buying back. That's pretty huge. And then there may be additional platform-specific rewards for long-term mine stakers. Long-term being an important differentiator there. This means NFT airdrops, special discounts, exclusive content. Okay, all right. But it's not that far away actually. Their Pylon is launching a second flagship product in Q3, and they will be proactively integrating benefits with long-term stakers. So the way they're going to do this is they'll take snapshots periodically over the next couple months to determine who counts as long-term. And then these people are the ones that are going to receive the most reward. Maybe it's like a tiered system, like the longer term you are, the more rewards you get kind of thing. And then I guess there's a leaderboard as well with some VIP perks. On top of that, Pylon will be primarily used to roll out Altera-based community grants and DAO membership fees. So you could see some fee sharing going on there. Okay, what about mine governance? The grand vision is total decentralization. At the moment, the projects are being carefully curated, but it looks like within the end of the year, they want to make that whole thing permissionless. And once governance pools go live on the web app, so this isn't something they have yet, but when it does go live, mine stakers will be able to make proposals and vote on topics. This includes switching from buyback to distribute to buyback and burn, so making Pylon deflationary. Doing the whitelisting of different project requests, cutting off projects who are not following through on their promises, and rolling out. So the voting governance, that's this piece right here. And then they wrap it up with saying, in essence, the more mine you hold and the longer you hold it, the more benefits you get on forthcoming Pylon and Terra projects. Yeah, very simple. They want you to get mine, to hold it, and to stake it. And for doing that, you get more benefits than just what you get from the buybacks. It's going to be very interesting to see how they roll this out in reality, and it's going to be very interesting to see how the market reacts to it when the unlock happens 7 days from now. Yeah, I'm super excited about this. I think this is major. I think this is the first Terra ecosystem project that's really trying to add more reasons to hold and stake the token outside of just buybacks. I think this is going to be it's almost like a case study for the future of other protocol launches. Because the thing you don't want is to have a bunch of tokens launching and just have the holders and the industry consider them farming tokens. You need to give some thought into what can make this token more valuable to hold and stake. What are the benefits outside of just earning a 5 to 10% APY? Because ultimately that's not super interesting when the mothership asset Luna is expected to eventually be worth hundreds to $1,000 per token. Then it's not as valuable. But yeah, let's see how this goes. I'm really excited. I was someone who purchased this initial pre-sale, and I was thinking about, well, am I going to sell it? Am I going to hold it? Should I sell part of it? Should I stake all of it? And I've been waiting for this alpha to come out to understand more about the vision. And yeah, I'm really excited about the project. I'm looking forward to it. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later.